Dave and Jay versus the world.
Nice.
Oh, my fault. I thought.
Fuck.
Welcome to another episode of DJVW.
WWW.
Thank you for the echo. This is a special episode. This is supposed to be a Halloween episode, but my co-host does not value your...
I don't believe in dressing up.
Yeah, even though you were suppressed for most of your youth.
I had a traumatic experience. That's why I don't want to dress up.
Oh, we're gonna get... Wait, before we get into that, real quick, I want to remind everybody that on November 21st, that's 11/21.
That is 3 weeks from now, guys.
3 weeks from right now. I am having a fight against Alex. How do you say Alex's last name, by the way? Because it's a fucking...
Bibolocini or some shit
No
like
way,
that.
really? That's it?
Bolanici. It's some shit like that. I don't know.
Alex the Bear,
Alex the Bear
versus David the Cobra.
Bellacci?
Bellacci? Something very Italian sounding.
Real greasy.
But we're having this fight. It's gonna be all the money that goes towards the fight is going towards charity. So it's gonna be the Make-A-Wish Foundation as well as Barbells for Boobs.
Yep.
If you are interested in contributing monetarily and gaining early access to the fight, you can do so by donating to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/DJVW. And there is no bar for entry. You can donate as little as $1, but I'll tell you what, there is a special place in our hearts for any fan that should donate more than that.
So, guys, I listen to podcasts, okay? I hear them talk shit all the time. I always fast forward through this kind of stuff. But what I need you to do is I need you to hit the pause button, go over there,
Patreon.com/DJVW.
fucking ass over there.
That's right.
And donate a couple bucks to kids and women for their titties.
That's right.
Because it is the season.
Yeah, it is the season.
Okay?
It's the season of giving. And
be
if
cool,
not,
okay? I'm going to throw some money in there, and it's my fucking show.
That's a weird move to do, but I'm going to tell you right now,
Because I believe in us.
If
and
you
I
are
believe
one of
in
our
kids.
That's right. Well, they're not a fake thing. They're definitely a real thing. But if
I
you're
believe in them.
Let me tell you, we know who subscribes, right? If you're one of our fans who loves this show, who we interact with in the comment section, who looks forward to hearing this every Monday and seeing it every Tuesday, if you're one of those fans and we don't see your fucking name on that list,
guys,
Jay's coming for you.
You think this is easy?
Jay's coming for you.
I give you everything I got.
Everything.
Every Sunday.
Every goddamn
and for
episode.
you not to throw your boy a buck.
But you can hop in the comment section. You know how easy it is? You can type all that up in the comment section. Love the episode. Big laughs. Haha.
So
the
please,
same amount of effort.
So guys, please shoot over there and throw a couple bucks in there for and it's a good cause, and you get to see Dave. More than likely, he's gonna knock him out. So
I'm gonna kick the shit out of him.
It's
gonna be a rough watch.
The way the fight goes is he's gonna put him down with a body shot, and
That's
he's
how
gonna
it's gonna
piss
go.
blood.
I'm gonna hurt his body.
Or he's gonna knock him out.
I'll hug him afterwards, and we'll hug it out.
It's not going to the distance.
But it's that's definitely not going the distance.
If you guys want to see some actual world star hip hop shit, it's gonna happen.
And of course, we're not gonna be stingy. Admittedly, it's gonna be released on YouTube maybe 2 weeks down the line. But if you call yourself a DJVW fan, go and get yourself some early access, baby. Don't slurp in the middle of my fucking pitch.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Please, how were you scarred as a child so that you won't even... By the way, we have a perfectly good luchador mask that he won't even squeeze over his fat fucking head for you, the audience. He won't even do that.
I'm not good with dressing up. I had a real, bad experience.
Okay.
I went to a bar one time. I was drinking with Steph. A buddy of mine got into a fight, and I seen an unconscious grown man dressed up as Quail Man. So he's got the underwear on the outside of his pants,
a
belt around his head, and a red towel. And he was knocked unconscious.
You watched Quail Man go night-night.
I saw that, and then I saw a penguin assault Michael Myers. And just from then on, I was like, I never want to put myself into a situation where I could possibly go to county jail in dressed like that. I can't do it.
I mean, I get it, but you're in no danger here. You're not drinking anymore.
What if there's a fire?
What if there's a fire?
And I have to look like you for the next 3 hours talking to
Bro,
firemen,
are you
trying to
kidding
get
me?
them to take me seriously that my whole life was
When
in
a
that
fire
house.
breaks
They're gonna
out
be
and-
like, dude, you're a grown man in pajamas.
How dare you? Number one. Number two,
saying.
if a fire breaks out in
Yeah.
this apartment complex,
Grabbing my wife and maybe the camera.
well, I'm going to the neighbors to make sure they're okay. And when I kick the fucking door in
Dressed
with
as
these thighs,
Homelander?
and Homelander comes a crashing into your apartment
Yep.
and slings you over his shoulder and sprints down the stairwell with you, and then goes, "What's that, ma'am? Your cat's still up there?" And I run back into the fray and rescue the cat dressed as Homelander. Nothing is going to tickle that arsonist survivor more.
The only thing is, you got some layers on. I bet
Dude,
you're
I'm
gonna start
sweating
getting
my ass
hot.
off right now. I got a long thermal, like a thermal.
Yeah.
I have that underneath,
You
and then I
got
have
layers,
pants and
and
shit.
I put the fan on. It's warm.
It's
already
very
in
hot.
here
It's
'cause
very
we were
hot.
cooking. So
What did you do for Halloween?
Halloween,
All Hallows Eve.
I train pretty hard all morning
to beat the devil himself when he shows his ugly fucking mug.
That's
on All
right,
Hallows
baby.
Eve.
I trained for like 3 hours in the morning. It was a pretty long one, and then just really kind of just adulting. Got my car washed.
It's a weird move on Halloween. Weird flex to go and get your Hyundai washed on Halloween. It's a strange thing to do. Did anybody knock on the door? Did kids come?
Not a one.
Not really? No?
one. Not one little Indian kid came around.
How bad did you feel as a child, barred from the festivities on Halloween?
My dad,
but still,
my dad, when
they come
knock,
a knocking.
When they would knock, he'd be like, "Don't answer it," and I'd go.
And you'd cry? Did you cry?
It was kind of sad. And
Yeah,
then he
super
would,
sad.
And then sometimes my dad would answer and go, "We don't celebrate." And then he would close the door.
You don't got to tell the kids that. Just say I don't got any fucking candy. What an
Yeah.
unbelievable party pooper.
Yeah.
What about Josh?
And like I said, the thing was like I'm looking at like Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Yeah.
And they look sad and depressed, and I'm like, boy, that looks embarrassing.
No, it doesn't look embarrassing. That's okay. Now I got to explain this to you. What you've developed there is one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Against all the sad feels that are boiling up inside you.
Okay.
When you have these experiences, you see Raggedy, and it comes out in the form of ridicule and aggression and judgment.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You judge these people, and you ridicule them. You say, look at that sad sack of shit. But you know what happened
Look at
to
that.
Raggedy
Look at
Ann?
that sad sack of shit with face paint on.
No, well, that's the next door they went to. Full-size candy bars. They were sad for 2 seconds.
Probably.
You were sad for 18 fucking years.
Pretty much eternity.
18, and you're still holding on to that grudge. Next year, I swear, man, if you don't dress up for the show, that's
What
a
are you
sad
gonna
thing.
do? What are you gonna do if I don't dress up?
Now you gotta.
What are you gonna do?
You gotta watch yourself.
What are you gonna do,
You
Dave?
gotta put a fucking hurting on you. I'm
With
gonna
who?
put with
what?
these two. Hey, look at my shoulders right now. Look at my shoulders. You see
With
these
those tiny little arms? you
fucking
got?
eagles, bro? I'm gonna take you out.
Oh, they're
with the
rubbery.
don't touch my eagles, you disrespect. I'm gonna take you out with
You know-
the birds of prey.
You know what you need under there? Some
America.
shoulders.
I got a set of shoulders.
You
on.
ain't
Your
got
boy's
no
got a set of
shoulders.
shoulders
No,
on him. Don't
Not
fucking.
like some round.
If you
mounds I
picked
got
up
over
on,
here.
if you made fun of my like love handles or like my really thin, I got thin lower legs. These are things
arms.
that, but not my shoulders. My shoulders that's one of my
Touchy?
redeeming attributes.
Well, I just don't like. I can't do the dress up thing, man.
I wish you
was a
would. I think
kid,
it'd be more fun.
And then I thought maybe I could do it as an adult. And then I remember my brother, he did it one year, and then he came, and it was a bunch of my friends.
Had a good
and
time?
he had like face paint on. No, he was coked out of his mind, and he looked very uncomfortable. And I was like, "Are you having a good time?" He's like, "I'm taking this shit off."
You
dude."
don't go your whole childhood without doing
Cocaine.
Halloween. No, without doing Halloween. And then when you finally decide to do Halloween as an adult, you do cocaine as well. That's not a good combination.
with a lot of face paint on. He was
don't
white
do the
with
face
black
paint.
on the eyes.
Face paint is dumb as shit. Don't do face paint. I could have told you, look, man, I just thought you were more
I can
fun than
imagine
this.
that it was a good time when they were all getting ready at my boy's house, and they were probably like, slamming some beers, doing some lines, painting faces. It was good. And then when he comes and he's actually hanging out, and it's like, this sucks. I feel like I got somebody just came all over
you
my
also
face.
probably ridiculed him as a defense
No, I
mechanism.
didn't. I
You
didn't
said,
want
you
to
look
do that.
fucking stupid.
No, I didn't
Josh.
want to. I didn't
You
want to
look
hurt any. I'm not in the business
so
of hurting
dumb.
anybody's feelings, but
just
yours.
their bodies.
Just yours.
Just my feelings?
Yeah.
You can't hurt me. I'm fucking unhurtable. Although
You
you did
are-
say something about my hairline receding before the show started, and I don't know why you say shit like that.
Because I kind of want to hurt you.
It does hurt me.
When you come, like, when I was getting to the point where I was like, I wonder if this piece of shit is even going to come.
I told you. I tried to message you for whatever reason. The
your
message
phone
failed
ran
to
out of
send.
minutes.
No, my phone didn't run out of minutes. It's
I
just
called you, and it goes, the subscriber you reached on
Did it really?
Pay Maps is not...
Hey Maps. Did you
is
did you
not
try to call me?
requesting songs, yeah.
Did you really? No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You really did, and it said that.
Yeah.
Are
You
you
ran
fucking
out
with
of
me?
minutes. Yes.
Okay. Wait, you are. Damn, maybe that's what's been going on this whole time.
You ran out of minutes. Or you didn't pay your your wireless bill there.
I
on
think that's
time
what happened. I think I
at
didn't
the
pay it.
Walmart. Yeah.
Well, that was it's not that I don't have the,
I was gonna
the
call
money.
your wife.
I
That's
just
the
didn't-
only way I can get in touch with you is if I like hit Cindy up and I go, "Hey, are you standing next to this moron?"
Yeah, well,
tell him that he's
I like
late.
Well, we'll get into it a little bit after this, but I watched The Social Dilemma.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that because I do want to say what real quick. Wasn't a big thing, but we managed to for Halloween for the kids. We did a whole dead end. There was a dead end street, and all the people came out and they put foldable tables by the curb, and
I
they
saw
put all
you
the
hugging
candies
that
out.
one guy.
Yeah, it's my buddy Andrew, and
Trying to make me jealous.
Well, I did.
Trying to make me jealous?
I told my wife, I said,
I'm a jealous lover.
make sure you send this to Jay, and I wanted to look extra happy.
I want to only be your only friend.
I want you to be more fun. You could be.
I'm a great time.
Yeah, well, you kind of like a one-trick pony. You beat people up, and that's really all you do. And if you put a mask on from time to time, and you got a little silly, that would be fun. I really thought you were.
Pretend to butt fuck you.
That's not what I was doing.
That's what you were doing.
It's exactly what I was doing.
That's
But
a
it made a
lot of
good
what you were
picture.
doing.
Did you see the joy on my face?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this guy has other friends, not me, and
I
I
do
got
have other
jealous
friends.
automatically.
I do have other friends, but we
Way to cut me to the core, Dave.
we put candy out for the kids. They had relay races. Of course, my kid's team won.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of my kid. He's a little sloppy, uncoordinated. It was really because of a slightly older young black girl, and black in this case is a synonym for athletic. So she was very athletic, and she really carried the team.
And then your half white kid really bringing the
He just
team
fucking.
down,
all you got to do is go in a straight line, my guy.
It's
you
hard.
gotta start.
He's got like a flailing arm
He
thing,
does.
and
Well,
the legs go everywhere.
he's got a
and
spoon with a plastic eyeball in it. You're supposed to just carry the spoon to the cone and back. And somehow, each line has a coinciding cone in front of him. My kid goes, we're farthest to the left.
Yeah.
He walks to the cone farthest to the right. So he goes diagonally across all that traffic, across all those other kids, knocking into them, knocking their fucking eyeballs out of their spoons and shit. Doesn't give a shit at all. I'm screaming at him. He can't hear me. Once he gets in the zone, he can't hear anything else. There's nothing that you could say to him at all. Yeah. So he kind of, I'm not going to lie, he put a little drag on the team. But all in all, we came out on top, won 2 times in a row.
Because you had the Michael Jordan of spoon
it's true. She was athletic, and she was sharp as a tack. She fucking made it there. She walked back. She spit in the other kids' faces. It was sportsmanship.
Good
Sportsmanship.
I'm glad that what you did was like, hey guys, who wants to do chores now?
No, it wasn't chores.
Who wants to do things that you have to do in school?
This is it. You're
Just
ridiculing
let
it
them be.
because you didn't have.
Let them do whatever they want.
Yeah,
They didn't want to do that.
They did want to do that.
You wanted them.
Well,
to
I
do
cheered
that.
them on, and I got very competitive, like one of those Pop Warner football dads, where I was screaming and the veins were popping out of my neck and shit. And I said, "Let's go, young black girl, carry the team," is what I said. And people looked at me; they were a little bit thrown back by that, but she did, and I take credit for her success because I fucking amped them up. I got these kids hyped.
Her dad is probably like 6'1", 6'2", a stud. Probably played ball in high school.
and
then he
wasn't
really
around.
Oh shit! Don't even stop. Don't even say anything.
I never saw him. It was crazy.
Just
so what ends up happening?
I do not want to stop.
No,
and redo,
I'm just telling you this.
I don't want to redo the next 13 and a half
this was my experience, right? And then we had another thing where it was a mummy rap competition.
Maybe mom was a stud.
And I was the mummy, and the kids wrapped me up, and I, hyped them up again, and we crushed again.
You have been doing a lot of activities.
Yeah.
Do you have to have kids to do a lot?
No, on
if
Halloween,
I was a kid and you were like, hey guys, let's do this, I'd be like, I don't really want to fucking do that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we didn't know how trick-or-treating was going to work.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the fucking rules are. I don't know if my kids are, my kid's going to get screamed at by some fucking Karen-type character for knocking on the door because he didn't see the sign that said, sorry, COVID canceled.
And then you would have to be like,
let
son,
me go.
Stand down.
And then I'd put the chest out as
Homelander. You would assault that woman.
And I'll punch her straight in her fucking chin. Straight in the button. One time.
He's huge.
Single time. Now fucking clap him too. With these, bro.
I'm telling you.
In certain costumes, you really feel gully. You know what I mean? You get a little gully. And Homelander is, he's the gulliest of them.
He's a scary dude.
And I kept doing
like
jerking off motion
Superman.
and screaming, I could do whatever I want. And I'm jerking off because that was.
I stopped watching The Boys.
Why?
I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
What the fuck do you want to do?
I just want to train and
Yeah,
like watch like old like funny movies that I like from the 90s.
It's weird,
and
man.
80s. Yeah.
It's a weird
yeah.
niche that you got going on.
Yeah, man. I don't want to dress up. I don't want to have my
Don't
children
do it that way.
activities.
By the way, don't fucking go, I don't want to dress up.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna. Hey,
What are you gonna do?
Hey, man.
I hear you talking a lot.
Look at this.
I don't see you doing
see this?
shit.
Look, all right. Now I'm not gonna assault you on the show, but when we
Goddamn
cut
right
these
you're
cameras
not.
off.
What-
No,
what
wait,
are you
no,
gonna do,
wait a
Dave?
second. Hey, man, I don't like that grip.
I'm sorry.
That's a good grip.
Sorry
I'm
for
gonna fuck you up, man.
Sorry.
You gotta be careful grabbing me like that, man. I gotta recenter myself.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck Halloween.
Hold on.
No. All right.
All right. Let's go back to 0. Okay.
So, I watched. Oh, do me a favor. You got an iPhone?
I do.
Can you? I want to know what your
With minutes.
screen time. I can say with minutes. I want to know what your screen time is
It's
for the
like
week.
3.5 hours or some shit. Like
No
that.
shit, really? For the week. Let me see it.
Usually it's about 3.5 hours. I don't know how to fucking see.
Go to settings. I
Okay.
gotta walk Jay through his. God, man, you really grabbed my wrist.
Yeah. Well, go to the fucking gym.
Why?
So we got
Go-
settings.
Yeah, go to settings. No. Go to screen time. You know the word screen time.
There you go.
And then you got to go to 18% down from the last week. Good for you. Wait a second.
That's how much it was for the week, dipshit.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, dude.
No way.
I'm
2 hours and 15 minutes for the whole week?
Dude, no, it's 2 hours and 56 minutes. You don't.
For the whole week.
For the whole week, yes.
Oh.
I'm only on and like you got to remember, like my entire mornings are full.
Yeah.
Like I'm training for like 3 hours in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then when I'm not, I'm at work. I start the day at like.
But I see you talking to people. You're messaging people, and
I do that for like a solid like couple minutes. When I get home, I catch up on like if people like DM us on DJVW or my shit, or if I have a couple things I want to post. I don't just go on there and look for like hours. I mean,
doesn't
I'll
make sense though. I feel like
I'll
that's,
go for like a couple minutes where I'll just scroll through and shit.
I like that
that
yours is on the dark setting too. That's
Yeah, I use.
Well,
the,
see, because
low
mine says
low battery.
57 minutes.
Yeah,
But then, or 1 hour now. But if you go to, there's a way to find out what it is for the week because it doesn't show you the whole week. There you go. You got to click on it, and then it'll show. Maybe not. Either way, so I watched The Social Dilemma because I listened to Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, it was
got
crazy.
the guy on it.
I saw The Social Dilemma before.
You watched it before?
Rogan had that guy on. Yeah, my brother was telling me, and me and Steph watched it. It was pretty crazy.
Well, the thing that really got me was that they pretty well convinced me that the algorithms of social media inadvertently are fueling a fucking civil war. Speaking of which,
yeah, I was talking to Steph's brother about that yesterday. How I'm just like I'm so over like the fucking news, like just constantly making people afraid.
so polarizing too.
And people afraid now. They don't trust one another. People don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
It's a scary time, and it's scary that people aren't like catching this. Like, oh, I see what you're doing. You know?
Yeah,
and
it
then,
is
like,
kinda
how
weird.
People are saying like, you know, you see all these celebrities and all these commercials. Go vote. Go vote.
Yeah.
When really they're actually go vote Biden.
Go vote Biden. Yeah, because Hollywood is
Yeah, dude,
overwhelmingly left leaning.
But the thing is, why would you want to? Because honestly, you want a Republican in as your president if you have all that kind of money.
If you're because
I wonder how many of them say that, like out of
I think
one
it's
side of the
it's
mouth, and
pressure.
then they vote Republican on this.
Yeah, if they're saying one thing and then going and voting
their
another way.
accountant goes up to them like, look, you don't want this guy getting
Yeah,
in. I'm
I
telling
appreciate
you,
your message.
You want to go.
Yeah.
But go ahead and keep saying that you're
Now
gonna
your
vote
bank
Bi-
account looks good
Yeah.
from the message you just said. You got some people putting
Yeah.
money in your pocket, but let's not
I
get crazy now.
Did you vote this year?
I did not vote because I still feel very
Yeah,
stupid.
I went libertarian.
Did you?
Yeah, I put it on there, and I put it on there because people talk a lot of shit about change and everything like
Yeah.
that, and there's nothing being done. There's absolutely nothing
Sure.
being done. The start of any kind of change would be to open up another party and get another voice involved, at least in those fucking debates.
Yeah, it does seem like the two-party system is
It's like,
kind of
dude,
stupid.
If you went and you had two choices of cereal at the supermarket, you wouldn't want that. But to run the fucking country,
yeah,
you know,
you just got the
to
two
be,
parties.
to be the figurehead of your America. You
Yeah.
got these two fucking idiots that you're doing.
And to say that either party perfectly encapsulates all the ideas that you have, like I
Yeah.
think it's
And I'm not saying
issue
like,
to issue is
Yeah,
where my
absolutely.
ideas kind of and also I still kind of feel like after Trump got in office, I became more interested in politics because I was kind of like, this is fucking wild. Like I want to focus a little bit on this, and I've learned quite a bit over the past 4 years, but I still feel entirely unequipped to I feel it's irresponsible. People go, it's irresponsible if you
go
don't
so
vote.
hard in the paint on something you don't know about.
Yeah.
I feel like the
And I'm
exact
like,
same
I
way.
don't know enough. I don't even know what the fuck is true.
I got a funny story about that, actually. We have a new guy at work, and I was riding with them, and I was telling him, like, we got into it, and I was, like, telling him, like, look, man, I voted Libertarian.
Yeah.
And he's like, I kind of figured that. I was like, no, not because of that, because I want more than two-party system.
What did he mean by that? I kind of figured that. What do you think he meant by that?
I guess because I look like a guy who would not be I don't know, because the way, what I said to him.
Profile, racially
For
profile.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he's
all right.
white, so I don't know. It's
Well,
white on white.
Yeah.
But
Got
so
that Puerto Rican in you.
yeah, there you go.
You should be a little bit outraged. You should be a
Upset?
little offended.
Yeah.
A little
He was
bit, just a
probably like,
little
you
bit.
like rice and beans.
Yeah,
too, I
yeah,
bet,
yeah.
right?
And you were like, I fucking do, but
Fucking
listen,
beaner.
man, you son of a bitch.
So I was telling him, I was like, look, man, I just want more than a two-party system. I want the floor to be opened up to other people. And then he goes, well, I'm a Trump guy. I was like, okay. I was like, what has he done? And then he goes, I could be here for hours talking about this. I'm like, I'm not asking for hours. I'm asking for one example.
Couple things.
What has he said? What has he done? What has he enacted since the last 4 years he's been in office? What has he done that has helped you or helped the country? And he goes, you know, we could be here for hours. I'm like, no, here
right.
you go.
But that's a
I
two-way
was like,
street, too,
if
because
you
some people
just
hate
tell
him.
me- if you just tell me that I don't know and I just kind of like him, I would go, okay, so you just kind of, I like his face.
That's how a lot of people vote for the
That's how a
president, though,
lot
I
of
feel
people-
like.
yeah.
They just vote for, well, right now it's you vote against him because you hate him, and Biden's not really, great. Like, there's a couple things about Biden that I think are true, and it's hard for me to say beyond a shadow of a doubt because the world's so fucking weird right now. But, like, videos came out recently of his son smoking crack and banging hookers, which, like, hey, man, you want to smoke crack and bang hookers? Like, that's fucking
all
fine.
been there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, that's not necessarily, you're not running for president.
Biden Jr.?
Yeah, BJ's not running for presidency, so I don't really care that BJ's doing crack and fucking hookers. But the other thing that happened with his kid is, like, his kid sits on the board of a Ukrainian oil company, and it's my understanding that Ukrainian oil company gets a large federal funding.
Yeah.
And that a percentage of it goes back into young BJ's pockets.
Okay.
And then effectively
Sure.
greasing the palms of old man
Not for
Biden.
nothing. If I was in that position, I want a little taste.
Well,
I
you know
want
what's
some- I
funny?
want some, but it's like, it's like you see some of these guys, you're like, you're old and everything. What do you need
Fucking
all the
old.
money for? And you're like, you're not spending it on pussy and liquor and drugs. But this
What
guy
is
is,
that?
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Well,
that's why
Biden's
he needs
not.
all the money.
His son is buying pussy and drugs. I don't know
Yeah.
if Biden has the wherewithal.
But
He's
I
kinda
mean, at
fucking
least
weird.
he's spending it on something. At least
Yeah.
it's not just to hoard it and be like, I got all.
Yeah,
the
where's that
money.
altruistic, like, anything beyond 100K a year is bullshit. Like, I hear Rogan talk about it sometimes, and I kind of go,
Fuck him
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah. He kind of goes, and you know.
It's easy to make when you're sitting up in your ivory
Yes,
tower.
from your ivory towers of podcasting superiority. But when he says things like, all you got to do is get yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about the bill for going out to eat. And that is a certain level of happiness. And I'm like, I agree with it. It's probably great. I don't worry about the bill now, and I feel good about that. But I also am not going to, like, 5-star restaurants. And so I don't have to worry about the bill if I go to
Fridays.
I don't go to Fridays. I don't know where. I don't go anywhere. I don't know I eat Chinese food. When I order Chinese food, I don't worry about the bill, and I feel good about that. But something about hearing that elitist, fucking talk about that, it kind of feels a little bit detached. But it does make you wonder when you see how much money the Bidens are supposedly getting from the kickback from this federal funding to this Ukrainian oil company. What are you doing with all that cheddar? What are you doing with the
Pussy and drugs.
pussy and drugs?
Yeah, respect. Hey, at least he's spending on
Bentleys?
something. That's what I'm saying.
Get
At
a
least
Bentley?
Nice trips.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
nothing
At
wrong
least
with
he's
that.
spending it on something that I could get behind, not like a guy like fucking Warren Buffett who could barely get to the bathroom. It's like, what do you need all that money for?
I don't like
You're
when
not
they,
even like- it's not like you're like, I'm driving sports cars and shit.
Yeah, I don't think when you see these fucking people like Bill Gates, it's like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. He only wore the the black sweater, and they were like, rich
Sweater
people
vest shit,
always
yeah.
dress minimalistically. And I'm like, yeah, that's their public persona. When he gets home, he rips that fucking turtleneck off, and he goes
He's
to
got
his,
a suit just made of diamonds.
yeah, a suit made of diamonds, and he goes to his liquid gold pump, and he pumps liquid gold into his palms, and he fucking beats off
He grabs
with
a
palms of
fresh adrenalized gland
yeah,
out of the refrigerator,
man.
chews
He's
on
out
that.
here eating kids with fucking John Podesta, and
my
that,
God.
you know that I feel like that's all a facade because I know that if I got rich, I'd be so trashy. I'd be so fucking trashy. I'd come in here dressed like this for realsies. Like I'd go and get myself a real.
I'd be coming out of like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini.
100%. 100%. I'd wear a fucking cape every day.
I can't have that kind of money for fear of the stupid shit that I would do.
100% stupid shit.
But you know, I'll keep playing the lottery, and hopefully one day I'll hit $120 million.
You don't play the lottery. I know you don't play the lottery.
Once in a while, I do.
Do you really?
When that thing goes to like $1 billion, your boy's gonna play. I'm gonna throw him a hat in the ring because it's like, hey, fuck it.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much.
At
It's
this
like a
point,
$3 ticket, $5 ticket.
You know, if I won,
yeah.
you're coming with me.
Where would we go? What would we
do whatever we wanted
You ever-
every day.
okay, so-
it'd be me, you, like my brother, and
We
a
get a
couple
fantasy
other
factory?
guys. Pretty
I've
much.
always wanted a fantasy
Yeah.
factory,
We'd
like
have,
Rob Dyrdek.
yeah, we'd have like quads and like mats and bags and everything.
That'd be
I'd
so
be
fun.
hanging out with The Rock. I'd pay him to
Oh
come chill.
man, I don't know if there's enough money you could pay The Rock to come and hang out with us.
I think if I gave him like $1 million, he'd hang out with us for the day.
I was gonna say about a half an hour. About a half an hour. We get The Rock for a half an hour.
You could book The
We
Rock.
get Dwayne Johnson for 47 minutes
I
for $1
remember
million.
one day, I remember a while ago, I was like looking up like how much does it cost to have sex with a porn star? It's like about $50,000. I was like,
That's kind of
Jesus,
steep. I don't know. That's kind of
kinda
steep. That's kind of steep. Yeah.
But hey, if you're BJ,
it's achievable.
yeah,
it's achievable.
That's
It's
what
in the
BJ's
realm of
blowing that
possibilities.
money on. Biden Jr. is just
I
like,
don't know
let me
if
get
it's-
some crack with this very expensive prostitute.
Listen, if you get me a porn star and you know, there's a version of reality where I'm a single man and I have the cheddar to spend, that's $50,000 poorly spent because I'm gonna bust a nut anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes into this whole experience.
Sure, and then I'm gonna feel bad that I just paid $50,000 for that.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no reason to ever spend that much money. What is she gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna cartwheel onto my dick? You gonna do fucking tricks and stuff on my dick?
What are we
Eh.
gonna have a crazy sex session for 4 minutes?
I'm probably gonna be super
then I'm gonna-
intimidated. I'm not gonna be able to get a boner. I'm gonna be like, oh
you
my
know
god.
what? It's funny because we live in this like, excuse me. So my wife is very sacred to me. Like I love her very much, you know.
Nice to hear.
And like
Beautiful.
you see some guys who are real nasty fuckers that like, you know, cheat. I'm just like,
Yeah.
for what, dude? How do you go and do that and then like see your wife at the end of the day and it's like, how does it that eat you?
You ever been hanging out with
alive?
dudes who you know are in relationships and then they're like they're talking about cheating or they are cheating, like you're watching them and they're with a chick and you're like, oh my god,
Dude,
I know you're
I'm
fucking
worried
girlfriend.
about like fucking eating too much chocolate when Stephanie is like
Yeah.
telling me I shouldn't have had.
Yeah,
all
my
that
wife
chocolate.
will also
So,
shame me.
That's what I'm saying. So I couldn't imagine like fucking like having a whole separate relationship. That's
Did
insane.
you hear? Wait. Did you just hear me breathe and hear my Velcro stretch? Wait.
Yeah.
I stopped sucking it in.
So-
Like, I got to ask you a very important question, though. The fans
Sure.
want to know, and this is episode number 19, and we got to know, Jay.
Yeah.
Those makeout numbers
Getting better.
getting better?
I'm trying.
Did you just flat out lie to me? Where'd you look up? You looked up at God when you did that. You looked above me.
From God's ears to your
You
mouth.
He's the only person that knows whether or not you're telling the truth. You looked up at.
my snuggle numbers have gone up.
That's
hard.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is cold though. At
It
night.
is,
They
yeah.
haven't. So your snuggle
temperature is
numbers
dropping.
definitely gonna go.
Yeah, that means
know?
you know what else goes up when the snuggle numbers go up?
Babies.
Boners.
Oh.
Well, I'm trying to go in incremental steps
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but yeah, the boners. You just can't. You can't. I get embarrassed.
Those are
You ever
winter boners.
You ever get embarrassed when like you're doing something relatively trivial with your wife and then you get a boner? And
Yeah.
it's like not a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
deal. Like you could be hugging.
I'm still like
maybe
a
sometimes you
13-year-old
hugging.
boy, man. I'll be shaking my legs and I'll have like,
Boner.
yeah, boner. Boom.
Oh.
And the day that stops happening,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on TRT.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You on TRT is a nightmare.
Oh,
you'd be
boy.
you'd be
I'm
a
gonna do a
you'd
little
be a scrappy
HGH.
old man.
Yeah, I can't
You'd be a
wait.
fucking
It's gonna be a
aggressive
good
old man.
time.
The idea that I have nothing to look forward to, there's never gonna be an age where you suddenly chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible because
Yeah.
when 45 rolls around and all of a sudden you go, you know what? These boners aren't coming as quickly as I'd like them to. And then you're just gonna ramp up the aggressiveness.
Well, I told Stephanie when I'm 70, I'm gonna start drinking again.
That's a cool goal.
Yeah. I got something to look forward to. I'm gonna go back doing ecstasy and everything.
Yeah,
dude.
at 70?
I'm the only old man in like really good shape, blowing lines and drinking natty ices.
I've been having
I'm picturing myself on a boat, like a houseboat.
old Jay on a
Houseboat.
Is it a nice boat?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's a pretty
It's
mediocre
modest.
boat. All
It's
right, a
modest.
modest boat. That's fine.
It's a modest boat.
Just blowing lines and drinking natty ice.
Yeah, you know, like
You don't
two
think you
fingers
get into
of
something
scotch.
different? Like new things have happened since you stopped drinking, like White Claw,
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
seltzers. You've never had a
everybody's-
hard seltzer.
I've never had a hard seltzer.
They're not bad. White Claws, not bad. Not bad at the middle. They're pretty
And-
good.
And honestly,
Yeah.
if you're trying to watch your figure,
Yeah.
it's pretty okay.
Corona has one. 0 carb, 0
I know,
calories.
You brought those fuckers.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here,
yeah,
and I
because White
threw
Claw-
17 of them out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big drinker. That's what happened last night. I'm hanging out with my friends after this Halloween party, and they said something to me. I was like, let's watch some spooky shit. And my boy's wife said, fine, we'll make a deal. If you don't fall the fuck asleep, then yeah, we can watch Hereditary. Hereditary is you ever watch Hereditary?
If that's your idea of spooky, that's
I thought that was a good movie.
Idea of absolute.
You didn't like that
Boring
movie? I thought that was a
shit.
good movie.
It
Hereditary was pretty good.
Terrible.
Oh, my ass
I
cheek is killing
forget
me.
who I'm talking to when you start talking to me about like movies
Current movies.
because you have you
You're-
have the worst taste. In
Your
fucking-
measure for spooky movies comes from fucking, Halloween
80s and
and
90s, motherfucker.
Those
Yeah,
are garbage.
The best times.
those are so bad.
You're out of your goddamn.
I like a paranoid. You like
mind.
don't, hey man, don't cut me deep on the show. All right, it's hard for me to rebound when you make fun of my hairline. I'm a narcissist,
You sure are.
and I had a set of hair on me not long ago, and something's changed. I don't know what it is. My hair is going gray. Number one, and number two, yeah, there's
I feel like my hair and your hair are not that different though.
no, they're pretty similar. You have grays in the same spot. I could see them.
Oh.
I'm surprised you don't have. When did you first start getting grays? You remember?
No, a couple years ago, maybe just a couple here.
Yeah,
and
mine's
there.
29.
I still
29,
look
28.
young. I still look young though.
Oh.
You look a lot older.
I don't
than
look a
your
lot
age.
older. I don't
How
think
old
so.
are you?
I'm 30.
3.
No, I look exactly 30, bro. I look exactly my age, and doing my blood work and getting my blood pressure done. I'm
Yeah.
doing way better than your average 30-year-old. So.
Everybody's talking to me about that. I got a DM from an old friend of mine. This girl used to live on our block when we were kids.
Said get your blood work done.
She said for you to go check her out to get that testicle checked out.
I still haven't set that appointment yet.
She works at like a doctor's office. She said, "Tell him to give us a call. I'll get him in here. And we could get that thing get a
Yeah.
biopsy on that bitch."
I've never had surgery. You ever had surgery?
I've actually never really broke a bone.
Yeah, I never broken a bone either. I think the closest that I've ever come to it.
I'm like unbreakable.
I think
like
I've gotten
Bruce
fucked up
Willis.
though. I think I had
I
hairline fractures on my
smashed
shin.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I was balancing myself on a hand truck when I was younger, and then I stepped back down on it, and it came up, and it like a fucking Japanese anime, blow, and my head went back, and the blood went forward.
Really?
And I was so afraid to tell my dad that I was fucking around with his hand truck. I was bleeding, and then Josh is like, and I was like, "Don't do that."
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
Same thing
yeah.
happened to me. I was hanging out with my dad. I'm in the backyard. The grass is a little bit tall, so I
Yeah.
can't see.
Yeah.
A garden hoe is laying in the grass.
Yeah.
I run and jump and land in the teeth of the garden hoe, and this motherfucker comes straight out of the grass like a cobra and cracks me straight down the middle of my fucking. Puts me out.
I can't believe how many things in common we have.
Yeah, that's strange.
We're always learning.
It was like a
things about-
cartoon though,
Yeah,
like the way
was
it
like
came
a
up.
Japanese anime.
Yeah,
Dude,
fuck
my
ow.
face went back, blood goes forward. It was like,
Yeah, I got fucked up.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
I got,
It was
but
pretty
I don't think I've ever broken a bone. But I'm a
brutal.
little
It was
bit
like
worried.
Just to the touch of,
Yeah, this shit hit me straight down the middle of everything.
yeah.
And but I am a little nervous about getting sliced open and having them pull my ball out. I don't know. I've never had
Oh.
anything that invasive done to me.
My boy Dustin just got a vasectomy.
Sure,
And
they
he
do
woke
that
up-
in the abdomen.
He woke
right?
up during surgery, and he said he freaked the fuck out.
Hey, the fact that they haven't figured that out yet. Like I heard those stories in the early 2000s when I was a kid, and I thought it was something that I was gonna have to deal with one
And
day.
he said it was painful. He said it was the worst. He's like, dude, I could only imagine that's the closest to being tortured.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God,
He's like, dude, I
bro.
woke up during surgery and I felt every fucking
Oh
cut.
my
He's like-
God.
He told me it was the worst experience he's ever had.
Unless
He
you gotta
said-
have an MMA fighter on deck, so when somebody wakes up from surgery, they just go no. They just fucking
Yeah,
choke
just
to
put him
sleep.
out.
Yeah,
just
just
put
go
him
to
out.
sleep. Go back to
Speaking
sleep.
of, I want to give a shout out to my boy Terrence, who's been, He's been coming like every Sunday and training with me and stuff, and he's really into it.
Is he?
And you know what's funny is him and a couple of my other friends, they started coming together, you know, and then you see the couple start fizzling out, and then like this one stayed. And when we all started, he had that kind of like, you know, he had it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of killer instinct.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, like the soft, funny one that I didn't think was gonna, you know, wound up having that fucking killer instinct. It's crazy.
I'm upset that I heard that Tristan wants Alex to win. I heard that he wants him to fuck me up, and that just
Also, I had JD, my shout out my boy JD at work. He said he'd pay $500 to fight you.
Unbelievable.
Why does everybody want to? Beat
am I very
you up?
unlikable?
Yeah.
I guess so.
You are.
That's fair.
You're short and kind of annoying and abrasive.
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah.
You're my ninth best friend.
What do you like about me though? Why? Because I do find that a lot of people, I just rub them the wrong way.
For your love. I have a lot of people that kind of just like.
I don't necessarily make you work for my love because there's never.
You're like
it's not an active thing. It's never going to happen. It's just
like
not going to happen.
You know, like I want your affection. You don't really want to give it, but when you do, it's nice. You rub up against my leg.
Yeah,
I feel
we have a good
closer
time.
than you. Like
that's
after
it?
we have sex, you know, like.
But that's all you like about me?
That feeling. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Huh. I feel I like that I could have a this right here.
Right. The back and forth and the talking.
I like the idea of like trying to make you laugh.
You know, I always thought that I was a very likable person.
Nope,
I always thought that I was
not at all.
That's
abrasive,
so
short.
Nobody. That's what really got me when I heard that Tristan
wants to punch you in the face.
Yeah, what's that about? Like I met your boy JD once, and I was supposed to go on a ride along with him the day that the coronavirus threw everything out of whack, and he's a big, intimidating dude with he's got a thing under his eye, makes it look like he's got a permanent shiner, so he just looks like a tough dude all the time. He's got a beard. I think he's got a bald head.
Actually, though.
Well, but he looks like a hard ass.
It looks scary as shit.
And so I forgot what happened, but they said I was gonna go with him, and everybody, the way they reacted was like, "Oh, you got to go. The new guy's got to go with it." And so I leaned into that. I started being silly to him and saying something. I was like, you're gonna love me. We're gonna have a good time. And I made him smile and I made him laugh.
Yeah.
But I guess I guess I do have a way of.
Well, JD,
did he say why?
No, he's just more or less like he's a tough dude.
Oh, I thought it's because he didn't like me.
When he says that, no, it's not that he doesn't like it. I don't think he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
but after he said that, I go, it'll be a good fight. And he goes, no way. And I'm like, I'm telling you. That everybody, it's a good thing that you learned how to fight.
That's why I had
because everybody wants to fuck you up.
Well, I've always hit hard, and I always had the ability to commit, even when things probably weren't a smart thing to commit to, as far as violence goes.
Yeah.
I would commit because there's one thing I couldn't stand was, bitching out or backing down. So I'd always commit. I'd always overcommit, and I always hit hard, and I just kind of a squirrely, kind of fast character. But yeah, I had to learn how to, because when you're a dude who's not very big, it's like the whole fucking world.
I know.
And that's weird because I've always conflated that with being disliked.
We were actually the other day, I know that we got off topic on the social dilemma with Netflix,
that's right,
but trying to steer this ship back to something
that's
of not going
at least
all over
somebody's,
the place.
go on.
We saw Bully on Netflix. It's a documentary of this kid who just gets bullied so bad. And I was bullied. No shit. I was bullied really bad.
Oh, yeah, me too, dude. Me too.
My father, I'll never forget.
Your father bullied you? What the fuck?
Never. He's a good dude.
It was actually, your dad?
The things that my dad did nowadays, he'd probably get arrested. Okay. So there was this one kid, I'll never forget him. This fucking kid, Ivan. He used to beat my ass on a religious basis. Every day he'd fuck me up.
How old were you?
Second grade.
Second grade, okay.
Yeah, so...
it's funny, I had an Ivan in first grade.
It's probably the same goddamn Ivan.
From Elizabeth. Ivan from Elizabeth. Fuck you, Ivan.
Shit, was he from Elizabeth?
Fuck you, Ivan.
Was
if you're out there.
A Spanish guy?
No, he was white.
Light skin?
No, he's definitely white. His name was Ivan.
Oh, okay.
That's a very Russian type of deal. I don't think that he was Russian.
No,
but
this was a Hispanic kid.
Okay, so he didn't like you? What was it about? Your face?
It was just my face. Yeah, so he used to beat my ass on a daily, dude. And, he'd beat me up, and then I'd cry and pee, and then
For what? What were these altercations for? Do you remember?
Just because he didn't like me.
Okay.
Just like trying to, I try to avoid him and stuff like that.
So you can't. Some people you just can't win over.
I'd pee my pants. I'd cry, and I'd have to go home like
that. That's where the pants pissing started. That's where it started. And it never stopped.
Nope,
still happens.
So this dude beat my ass, and then finally my dad is like, what happened? And I told him, I was like, this kid just keeps beating me up every day. And he was like, that's it. So he calls the principal. He's like, he's like, I'm going in there. He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. So they get his mom, right? And then like him, well, he was in class with me.
But they got Ivan and his mom?
Mother, yeah.
Okay.
And then my dad goes. So they go into the principal's office and he goes, I'm fucking tired of this and everything like that. He's like, where's the fucking old man? He's like, he's not around, is he? He's not around, is he? He's like, left you, didn't he, bitch?
Oh my God.
And then the principal's like, I need you to settle down, Mr. Baum. He's like, no, you touch me, I'm gonna smack you, motherfucker.
Jeez.
And then he was like up in this lady's face, like yelling at her. And then he goes, your fucking kid puts hands on my kid again, I'm gonna fucking kill him. You understand me? Then he leaves the principal's office, goes down the hall to my room, okay? Kicks the fucking door open, goes, finds Ivan. He's sitting there. Never forget him. He had a pair of gray sweatpants on, like light. Dude, he takes his desk and throws it across the fucking room. Damn. He's like, you ever touch Jay again, I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill your father. I'll kill your fucking brother. He's like, I ain't gonna stop. Leave my fucking boy alone.
Holy
and
crap.
He's like spitting in his face. Yeah. And then there's a little Ivan, second grade. Pissed himself.
Yes,
right?
and those fucking light gray sweatpants, pissed himself.
Yep. And I was like,
and then you pissed.
I swear to God, I went back like this, just.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing when Pops comes a riding for you.
Saved my fucking life, dude. The kid transferred schools a couple days later. Yeah,
that's the ultimate win.
Yeah. So then, a couple months after that, I had another kid beating my ass. I'll never forget it.
Yeah,
because he actually wanted to become my friend.
Okay.
There was this skinny black kid. He had, I'll never forget the day, because I was telling my dad, I was like, this guy keeps beating my fucking ass. And then he goes, look, what you want to do? He's like, bigger than you? I go, yeah, he's bigger than me. He's fast, black.
He's giving you fight advice?
My dad's starting to like, that's when he got me on like hitting like the bag and stuff.
Okay.
And then he goes, look, you're probably not going to be able to beat him up with hands. He's bigger than you, he's faster than you. He's like, so what you're going to do?
Scoop him up?
He's like, you're going to grab his fucking nuts and his dick. He's like, and you are going to squeeze that shit with everything you got.
No way.
So I was like, okay. So
got you. Thanks, Pops.
A couple days later, this dude comes a knocking, wanting to kick my ass again. Yeah. I run away from him. He gets me like there was a corner of like a brick building outside. He gets me in the corner. He gets me down and he starts choking me. And I'm like, oh, and then I just turn around. Never forget it, because he had light gray sweatpants.
Oh.
No. Yeah, light gray sweatpants on and a light gray like sweatshirt, like a one piece like jerseys kind of thing.
Yeah, like a champion.
And then he had like these cool like black Patrick Ewings, like leather and shit.
Okay,
really cool. He had like the
super
box.
cool, dude.
I'm really
dude,
painting
envious
a picture.
This dude. You so
black
envious.
Black as Wesley Snipes.
Right.
Very dark. He was choking me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just reached behind and I crushed his fucking nuts in his dick. And he's screaming, and he's like, "Please let it go! Please let my dick go!" And I was like, "Fuck you!" And I'm just like, I'm just squeezing and crying. It looked like two little.
Hey man, there's no shame in that, bro.
Two third graders getting really overly gay, sexy, aggressive. And I'm like,
and he's crying.
He's crying. I'm crying. I'm squeezing his dick.
Bro.
And then I finally let it go because the lunch aid's breaking up.
Yeah.
I hear this kid screaming for his life.
Oh my God.
So then after that, me and him.
Best friends.
He's like, hey, sorry,
big dick,
man.
ain't it?
I was sure got a piece on you for a second grade.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man. I was like, we're done.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, well, I'll never squeeze your dick again.
Yeah, man.
And yeah.
Hey, man, but when you're in second grade and the lights start going out, somebody's choking you,
I was scared.
You grab that fucking dick and balls.
And then I remember going home telling Dad, like, hey, you're not going to believe it. The dick grab.
The old dick twist. Yeah, the dick twist.
It really worked. And then, that was... I was just getting bullied a lot.
But that's a big thing, though, to have Pops in your corner. Like, my dad wasn't around to tell me.
Oh, my dad would have hit a child.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. Fuck that shit. Like, I would feel that way.
My dad
would
have fought their fathers. He would have hit that kid that day. He wanted to hurt him.
My dad did.
He said he peed his head the grays.
He did. He was the MVP once for me when I had this.
Your dad would go in that set.
I don't know
that
what.
second grader would have dropped him.
No, are you kidding me? My dad's a scrappy dude. So check this
All
out.
right, good.
So
My dad will beat up your dad.
no,
but go
well,
ahead.
all right, let's not get carried away there.
Let's get
so
it.
my dad, I told you, my
Let's set
dad,
it up.
he does the handstands in the chair,
That's
and then
right.
he does flips and
the
shit.
Russian acrobatics.
Yeah, but he's very small. He weighs 90 pounds. So, so what ended up happening one day is I'm hanging out with this girl. She's complaining that this guy is saying lewd things to her and threatening to beat up her brother. We're all very young. We're like 12 or 13 years old. So we're at her house. We're hanging out in the pool. All of a sudden, this kid shows up at the fence. And he's got a note for her, which is a very weird thing to do, is to put your threats in writing. Sure. But he gives her this note, and he insults me somehow because I'm standing there and I'm trying to look tough, and I've never been a very big person, so it's just kind of comical. I'm standing there, and
it's even worse when you got that fucking.
I was wearing this outfit, and
That's why I never dress up.
He leaves after giving her the note. She opens the note, confirms everything that she's been saying. He's saying lewd sexual things to her, threatening to beat up her little brother. Can you fucking put your unbelievable? I'm in the middle of a story, and he picks up his fucking phone. Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry.
So,
go ahead. You were saying.
So he leaves. We read the note, all the bad things. Right. This is when cell phones were first coming around. So she had a phone, and he had one, and he messaged her, and he said something about fucking up her little brother, and if Dave wants to do anything about it, he can come and see me in Quick Check parking lot. Wow. It's very quick, escalated very quick. He also called me a squirrel. I remember that. He's like, "What's up, squirrel?"
You do look kind of squirrely.
A little squirrely. So what I did was she had an old ping pong, or not ping pong. What's the thing?
Paddles?
No, it's an old
Atari. What the fuck are you doing there?
Pinball. She had a pinball machine in her porch. It was on its side. I pulled the leg off the pinball machine. It was a hollow metal leg.
Equipped a weapon,
as one does. And so I now am walking, shirtless, all wet from the pool, holding a pipe. I'm walking down the street to go to Quick Check. And her and her friend who was there and my friend who lived across the street are all coming with us. And people are saying things on the walk. They're like, he's not going to do anything with it. And then my friend from across the street who knew me since childhood, I got in a lot of trouble around her. I sharpened spears for her little brother and shit. And I always had a knife. I was like, fucked up. Yeah. I was that kid. Yeah. And she goes, no, he's gonna hit him.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna hit him. So we have this conversation, we talk it out. Everything seems cool. We're standing in the middle of the parking lot. I go, hey man, it's really fucked up to say the things that you're saying and to threaten her little brother. He's really young. Like, why are you fucking doing this? And he is like, you know what, dude, you're right. Like, I don't know why I'm going about it this way. I don't want to hurt her little brother. So everything seems good. We're having this rapport all of a sudden.
You turn around, he sneaks you.
I don't know. Okay. And then I go, it starts to, reach the apex. Everything seems like we're going to end it and, knuckles and head out. And he goes, by the way, what the fuck were you thinking you were going to do with that stick? And I summoned that inner Clint Eastwood. And I looked down at it and I said, it's not a stick. And then I cracked him in the fucking face with a pipe. And he didn't go down.
Didn't flinch.
No, he flinched. I crack him. It's hollow. It's thin.
Yeah.
It wraps over his head.
Sure.
And he touches the ground with one hand and then stands back up much larger than me. I go,
now he's really pissed.
No. He swings a couple of times at me. I managed to do. Then he grabs for the pipe. Now I'm terrified because he's going to beat my ass with this pipe. He's going to beat me to fucking death with this crooked pipe now.
Somebody go get my dad.
So I managed to get it. We get it. I throw it. It slides under a car. And then with everything I had, I scooped him up and dropped him on his fucking head in the gravel. And he just laid there. And his boy, who was there the whole time, who was watching, ran away.
Yeah.
He actually ran away.
Yeah.
And so I ran away too. We all ran away.
It seems like you were the bully in that story.
No, did you hear what I said about the beginning with the lewd things and the threatening to beat up the little brother?
Yeah.
I was a hero. And a hero.
You're a hero that brings a weapon to
overly
an
commits to violence.
Fight?
He was way bigger than me. All right, he was way bigger than me. And what's funny is, I'll get to it in a second. But we run. Everybody runs away except for him. He can't run. He's laying there. I run away. I still have to check in every hour because I'm a young man. My mom wants me home every hour.
Sure.
So
you gotta feed the snakes.
I gotta get back. I gotta feed the snakes. So I get back. I start walking, and unfortunately, Quick Check is on my way home. And all of a sudden, I see the Quick Check worker with the police. And he sees me and he goes, there he is. That's him. And the police go, come here, I want to talk to you. And I go, no. And I run away. And I go back to this girl's house who I've just valiantly defended her honor.
Sure.
And I have a cell phone at the time, and I call her. I say, "Open up the gate. I'm coming back. The cops are after me." And she goes, "No."
And that's the bitch you defended.
And that's the bitch I defended. So I run past her house and looking at them all having
Hit
fun
her
at the
with a
pool party.
pipe.
Keep it bit. And then I go and I hide on the side of somebody else's house who's having a party now for children. There's a children's birthday party in the backyard. And I am a 13-year-old. I'm cowering between their garbage cans. At some point, somebody even came and lifted the lid and threw something in the trash right next to me and never saw me quivering in the corner.
Like a raccoon.
But I called my dad, and Dad said I'm on my way, and you know, eventually he did. I hid on the side of that thing for a long time. I told him the address that I could see from across the street. He showed up, and then I got in the car, and he was a little tickled, and he wanted me to tell everybody about how I beat the shit out of this kid with the pipe.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that story how you were telling with you were in the garbage and you hopped into a party, dude. One time we bailed, on a cab down on like High Street, and it was at night, and we were going to some party. It was me and my boy. We were like, okay, we just got to go right in there and get your money, and then we just took off. And bro, we hopped the fucking fence, and we hopped it right into a fucking quinceañera was going on, and it was me and him coked up, and we landed. I'm like,
Just pretend you know people. Just start walking around.
They looked at us like, and it's me and him. I'm like, sorry. And then we hop again.
God.
We hop another fence over, and people were like, what the fuck just happened?
Did he ever catch you?
No, they never
bailed
caught
on
us.
that motherfucker.
No,
God,
we
that's
got
a terrible thing. Let me tell you though, that dude though that I hit with the pipe,
Yeah.
so jacked now.
Yeah.
Like I see him.
Would you be afraid of him now?
Well, what happened was a couple of weeks later, I saw him walking down the street with his boy who bailed on him, and I was like, "Yo!" And I ran up on him, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I am so sorry. That was like levels beyond what should have happened."
In the head with the pipe.
Yeah, he had a sideways mohawk.
There's some things that like sorry is not going to fix.
No, but like I felt like it was important
me with a pinball pipe
to say, like, "Hey man, I got carried away." Sometimes you ever get carried away? Sometimes you get carried away.
But I don't crack people in the head with shit.
Nice guy though. And then after that, he started lifting because right after that was high school.
He was like, never again.
Our high school had a weight room. Boy got yoked. I mean, I saw him outside
and you stayed the same
Well,
height.
no, I didn't stay the same. I got fat. I got very fat because I saw him in my early 20s outside of ShopRite.
You're lucky he didn't beat you up. Because
very lucky. Are you kidding me?
I've been that guy. I remember.
Has anybody ever apologized to you though? Like I apologized and shit.
Oh,
you know,
this one kid. I'll never forget it. Fat Franky. I was walking home, and it just every day he would eyeball me. And then one day I was walking home, I looked at him, I nodded hello. He then proceeded to hawk back and punch me in the face.
What the fuck did you do to him?
And I was like, I was just
probably your fault.
I walked it off. It's my face, bro. Like
it's your goddamn face. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So I walk it off. I go to like Galvin school. I cried. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Why did he do that?
And I was just like, what the fuck? And then
did you ask him why? Did you go, why, dude?
He just said he didn't like me. He just was like, I just don't like the way you look. And I was like, okay. So then I started like hopping around, trying to figure out different ways to avoid that corner and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, it was just a fucking thing. And then I'll never forget it. My dad was driving around on a fucking thing, and he's like, "What the fuck you doing?" I was on a roof trying to get around, and he goes, "What are you doing up there?" And
you were on a roof trying to get plot an alternative route.
Yes.
Oh my god,
dude. So
the things you'll do to avoid a fucking ass beating, especially at that age.
So then the thing is, he's like, "What's going on?" And I go, "This kid, kicked my fucking ass." He He goes,
I don't want it
we're
to
gonna
happen
find
again.
him. And then he takes me in the truck. It's him and his worker for the day. This dude, Glenn, really funny dude. Looked like Allman Brothers, like long ponytail, white trash dude, could fix anything.
All right.
So he's driving around there. We got a beater van. We're looking for fucking like a child, right? For me to beat up, and then my dad to like basically referee the thing. So then he's like, "Is that the kid?" I go, "No, it's not him." He's like, "Is that the kid?" And then I'm like, "No." He's like, I bet that's the kid, right? Pull over. That's the motherfucker. And I go, "No, you're going to assault somebody. It's not him.
It's definitely not him."
So then I pull, he's like, "Is that him?" I'm like, "That's him." And then we pull over. My dad hops out. He's like, "You fucking hit my son?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then and then he's like, "Why? What the fuck happened?" He's like, I don't like him." And then I'm like, and then
what a piece piece of
Yo,
shit
I'll never
kid.
forget it.
Who the fuck raised
And
that kid?
He's like, I should fuck you up, you little fat piece
Oh
of shit.
my
I
God.
should take you home and beat your old man's ass.
Oh my God.
And then he's like, you know what? You're gonna fight my son right now. And then he takes me.
Like,
he's
damn, Dad,
"You're
I
gonna
don't wanna
him
fight right now."
That's exactly what happened. I was like,
I don't want.
and he's
to
like,
fight.
you want to fight? You want to fight now in front of me? And then he goes, no. And then he goes, do you want to fight him? And I go, no. And then he goes,
Well, this definitely didn't pan out the way
you
that I-
guys square the fuck up right now and finish this.
Oh my
And
God.
and then we're like, and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I was like, all right, fine. So sure as shit, my dad saves the day. I don't have to climb roofs to get home anymore. I
Yo,
see
Pops.
the kid 4 years later. So this is 4 summers later. I was like 12 at that time. Next time I saw him, I was like 15.
By this time, you're already an alcoholic.
No, by this time I had already been like balling and hitting the gym.
Okay,
and I'm
all right.
kind of leaned out and
Okay.
playing football and stuff. I really kind of came into my own. I was walking home.
Never
I'll
happened to
never
me.
forget it, by Ludwig's fucking pharmacy in Perth Amboy, and I hear somebody like throwing rocks at a garbage can, and I turn around.
Piece of shit.
And there
you just
he
can't
is.
help but fuck something up, huh?
And I turn around, and there he is. He was with this kid, Snaggletooth Richard. I'll never forget. He had like a chipped tooth.
Him and Snaggletooth Richard
That
chucking rocks at a garbage can.
and I,
what a couple of fucking
and
losers.
then I see him, and I was like, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I start walking.
Wait, but you
across the
guys pieced
street.
it out. What the
I start
fuck?
walking across the street, right? I was taller than him now at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like pretty like, I was kind of like
Yeah, but you
lean and
pieced
pretty-
it out.
Fuck it. Fuck I did. I was just biding my time.
Oh my God.
So then
All
I
right.
walk up to him and was like, hey, you remember me? You remember me? And
He's
he
like,
goes,
yeah, we pieced it out. I remember
"Oh," and he realized who I was because I looked totally fucking different.
Right.
So I was like, you remember me? And he goes,
15, Jack,
Uh,
covered in tattoos.
yeah.
Cocaine on your mustache.
Yeah, a
sure,
little
yeah.
cocaine in the stash.
Yeah.
Dirty Puerto
It's
Rican
like, wait
mustache.
a second,
This guy's
dude.
clearly been drinking. It's 2 o'clock on a summer's day.
Fucked up.
He's 15.
Your dad's there again. Go fucking fight
Drinking
him.
with me. So I fucking go and I hit him with a fucking elbow. I don't even punch him. I hock
You
back,
elbowed him?
boom, and hit him with a fucking elbow and knocked him down on the floor.
Oh,
then I
my
get on
God.
top of him and start hammering him.
And his friend Snaggletooth Richie's
He's
just...
like, yo, and I go, you're next, Rich, and just jacking him,
What the
dude.
fuck did Snaggletooth Richie do?
And he's like, no. And then he runs away and shit. And then I fuck this dude up. And then the owner of the pharmacy comes out and is like, hey, stop it. You're hurting that kid. And
and then you beat his ass too.
and I shot him.
Give me the Vicodin, motherfucker.
So then I left his like fat ass there.
Yeah.
And then I walk
Look
away.
at the joy on
So
your face.
Then
yeah.
3 years later, no, it was a little bit. 5 years later, I was about 20 at this
Yeah.
time. 21, I think, maybe.
Mhm.
I go to Majestic Lanes.
Yeah.
And I see, and it's like Galactic Bowling.
You were going for a little Galactic Bowling.
Sure
Fuck
was.
yeah, it's a good
sure
time.
was. And it's me and my boy Glenn and a bunch of other people.
Yep.
And I see Snaggletooth Richard. And there he is by the fucking thing. He goes, yo, Jay. And I go, yo, Rich. He goes, let me talk to you. And I go up and I tell my boy Glenn, I'm like, yo, stay on my 6 because I think this motherfucker's going to try to sneak me. And then I go up to him like, what's up? And he's like, not much. What's up? I was like, nothing. I was like, we got a problem?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, it ain't even like that, man. It ain't
Sure.
even like that. I just
Even though
wanted
you
to-
threatened me 5 years ago,
No,
and
no,
I've been
no,
waiting
he
every
didn't
day.
Really? I mean,
No, you threatened him. You told him he was
Oh,
next.
oh, yeah, I
And for
told him-
5 years, this son of a bitch has been looking over his shoulder, getting his
he's
tooth
like-
caught on his shirt.
He's like, he's just making sure that like this, I wasn't gonna fight him. I guess. Or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna try to fight me because he was with a couple of his boys. So I go, are we good? And he goes, yeah, we're good. I go, all right.
And he went,
And then I went back to my Galactic.
you want to bowl a few?
No, didn't do that.
No, didn't bowl a few with
Didn't buy
Snaggletooth
him a
Richie?
drink. Didn't been in the bowl a few.
Now, I got to draw some attention to that story. Wonderful story, by the way.
Really
You
paint a
sure
picture.
can hold a grudge.
Oh boy,
It's a
with
long
the
time
best
to
of
hold a
them,
grudge.
with the best of them. If
You said-
just if you're watching this,
Yeah.
and you
And you don't pay for the
That's-
Patreon. Jay's going to find you 5 fucking years from now and beat you and your boy's ass.
I was just I hold a grudge, bro.
Yeah.
Because like with the bully documentary and stuff like that, it's just
Oh, that's what we got into it.
yeah, people don't understand. Like if you've been bullied, to have your fucking dignity taken.
Oh, yeah.
To get your dignity taken is an indescribable feeling. Imagine like a feeling of being sick to your stomach and like kind of drained.
And then also terrified to bump into that fucking person again.
Yeah, and if you don't think that had some kind of bearing on what I do now in my life,
Oh, of course. Of course.
Like
you brought that up when we were talking about the social dilemma. Was there a social media aspect to the bully? Because I never watched that.
no, No, he was just kind of a strange kid, and he just picked on him just straight up to his face. On the bus was the worst time for him.
Yeah, you're stuck. You're a prisoner on that thing. They're fucking dumping on you.
It was just it's a rough thing, man, being bullied. And
What's
stuff.
that on?
It's on Netflix. It's a bully documentary.
I might give that a
You got to
shot.
check it out, because what they did to that kid is just and how the teachers just they don't do shit.
No,
they didn't do shit. The principal was like nothing. She was like shake hands there, and it's in like
now it's better.
Something
Now it's better.
And then the one kid, because it's another kid that's getting bullied in the documentary. He goes, I don't want to shake his hand, and then the one bully puts out his hand, and he goes, no. And then she goes, well, be a man now and shake his hand.
And he goes, I'm going to beat your fucking ass.
Shakes it. And then she goes, that's not nice of you not accepting his apology and his handshake. He
Oh,
goes,
my
we
God.
did this before.
Oh,
He
my
started
God.
picking on me right after he did this before. And then she's like, well, try to avoid him. And then he goes, I do. He finds me.
That's terrible.
Well-
yeah. With negligent teachers, it becomes a maze where you're trying. Because I've been in that position before. I don't remember particular people or moments, but I know the feeling where I had to like hope I didn't bump into a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I'll never forget the time in my life when it stopped. It stopped in like 5th, 6th grade, right around there. That bullying shit. That well ran dry.
You know when
I'm a boy, because that's when I became 13, 14. I sprouted up and just started like kind of hitting like the gym and shit.
Yeah.
Like I had in my basement, like my dad had all these weights, punching bags. So I fucking just went down there and yeah, man. And I remember I was in 8th grade. I was going to Ford's Middle, and somebody was picking on Josh. And I went down there after school, and I was like, which one of you motherfuckers is Sandy? And,
oh, no, wait. The guy's name was Sandy?
The guy's name was Sandy.
Shit.
And then my
picked
buddy
on by a guy named
Dave,
Sandy.
actually, that we're going to have on the podcast.
Next episode?
I think next episode is the one after that.
Is this episode 18?
This is 19.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
This is 19. So we're going to
Soon,
have him on
soon.
for
We're going to have him on soon.
20 or 21. Well,
Okay.
his brother, Danny, I'll never forget. I go down to school. I go, which one uses Sandy? It was 3 kids that were picking on him. And the main kid was this kid, fucking Sandy. He just bullied him every goddamn day. So I went down there finally. He shared with us what was going on. I go find Dave's little brother, Danny. Danny, which one of these motherfuckers Sandy? He goes, that's him right there.
Right there, that fucking
and
asshole.
I fucking went right up to him. I was like, yo, you ever touch my brother again? I'm coming down here, and I'm going to fuck you up.
See, you got that.
And
You
then-
learned that from your dad. I was like, is this appropriate to do?
Exactly. So then he started freaking out. I was like, are you his boys? You guys riding with them? Because if you are, I'm going to fuck you up.
Oh
if any
my
of you
God.
Dude, I went down there. Then I went home, right?
Yeah.
My dad got a phone call 40 minutes after
Yeah,
that.
100%. That's what happens.
We can't have your son come
No.
down here and
No.
threaten
The
to kill.
police are gonna get involved.
Dude, they did. But you know what else they didn't do?
Fuck with brother
They
again.
never fucked with my brother again. Yeah.
Mine stopped when I hit that kid with the pipe. It was a summer vacation, so summer vacation hits, and when I come back to school, word is already spread. Now I'm suddenly, it's so terrible how that works. Now I'm suddenly very cool because I beat the shit out of some kid with a pipe, and then I apologize. But I love how you said it's a bullshit thing to apologize. Meanwhile, you were ready to fuck up a dude who you pieced it out with after you fucked up his boy who you held a grudge against for like 4 years.
It wasn't a real peace out. It was me being scared of him, and I didn't want to fight him. And then him really didn't want anything to do with me because I think if I started losing, my dad was going to jump in. My dad, I think about how bad you could beat up a 5th grader right now.
Oh my God, I'd
That's
love
what
to.
I'm saying.
You ever have that?
I would just look like Muhammad Ali.
Sometimes I have that
just
fantasy of like, how
jacking
many
them.
10-year-olds can I just fuck up? Like, if
think
you
about that
got
all the time.
10-year-olds coming in, like, imagine just me and
I
you
think
in here,
about
right?
20.
Probably more than 20. Well, more than 20.
Well, I'm going to start getting tired.
Can
after
you
20.
throw 20 punches, Jay?
Oh, sure.
You think 20 kids are going to slip 20 punches?
I wonder how many, like, 7-year-olds it would take.
I think you could fuck up hundreds.
No way, dude.
Hundreds
no way.
of 7-year-olds,
You're talking
bro.
about
Are you kidding
basically
me?
like the Incredible Hulk versus regular people.
Yes. Oh my God.
I think honestly,
We're talking the same language now. This gets me
realistically-
excited.
Realistically, I could beat up about 50 before they swarm me.
Can you throw... Jay, this is the thing.
Because I'm thinking this. I'm
Each
thinking
one of your
side
punches
kick,
is going to end them.
punches. Yeah, it's gonna.
Can you throw 50 punches?
50 punches is a lot. We have the video of you cutting the promo outside. You threw less than 50, and you were up against that brick wall.
Well, you know what I thought about that day too, because that promo, I was like, I felt embarrassed because I was so tired. I didn't realize, you know how long that thing
Should be
was?
embarrassed.
It was 7.5 minutes.
That's it?
7.5 minutes. I went straight. I was tired. Yeah, I was
That's
tired.
like 3 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, with no
I do
break in
5-minute rounds with 30 seconds. I'm just saying.
rounds. Stop
I'm just
flexing
saying.
on me.
If
It's
it
disgusting.
came
It's
down
unbecoming.
to the 5th graders jumping us, My cardio
I think
is gonna
hundreds.
hold up.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think hundreds.
I think hundreds.
I think realistically 50. You know what? If we could hire some like child actors,
Yeah.
let's get like 50 of them and say, all right, look, guys, the scene is you're gonna have to go after Jay.
Yeah. But I bet you after
And then
it's
we
done,
just
you'd
fuck
go, oh, no, I definitely have gas. I could have fucked
How
up.
many
Like,
little people you think you could beat up in one shot?
that's a little bit more difficult
Adults.
because they're strong.
They're
very strong.
and ornery.
And ornery.
They're short and angry like you.
Yeah, well, that's what I have a certain amount of strength to me that it surprises a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dwarves are strong, bro.
Yeah, little people.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound so
The dwarves?
condescending?
Dwarves?
No, remember you told me it's not
Yeah,
dwarves.
you're right. Little
That's
people.
Dwarf is their own species of little person.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. It's
Yeah,
also
like
a
a black
mythological.
guy and a white guy.
They're not. Those are mythological creatures, right? Dwarves, are they real? Are dwarves real?
No,
Not in the
they're-
sense of like
I think it has to do
mining
with
and-
like their sausage fingers to their head.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
the ratio.
Boy, we're gonna get a lot of hate about this.
Well, we don't really necessarily have a big.
What if they're like,
Dwarf
you guys
following.
don't realize that like a third of your listeners are little
Are dwarves?
people? Be like, they're little.
And I just big upped them. They're strong as fuck.
That's
They're
what
strong
I'm
as fuck.
saying.
All right, I had a English bulldog.
So wait, how
once.
many little people do you think it would take to beat you up?
6. Probably 6.
6?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can make this happen.
Dude,
I
I've
think if we
never
could hire
seen
six-
6 dwarves in my life. Are you kidding me? Where the fuck are you getting all these dwarves, man?
Yo, we can find some on Craigslist.
I mean, maybe. See, the thing is, like, I don't think. I think all that punching down, both physically and metaphorically,
Sure, yeah.
it's not a good angle for KOs.
Honestly, I don't know how they would take me out. They would have to. One would have to get on someone else's shoulders, and then like have to punch because they're really only dick height. That's what I'm really worried about.
Ooh,
They're
think
right
about
there
that
in the
little
dick.
beefy ass arm.
That's what I'm saying.
Slugging you straight in the cock, right in your piece.
And I would think that they're not afraid of biting.
No, definitely
They
not.
got some
Well,
big
okay, no.
teeth.
If you put
They
biting
got
on the
big
table,
teeth.
4 of them before I get fucked up. I think so. Because as soon as you bite, biting is enough to seize you up and make you go, ooh. And as soon as
That's
you
what
do
I'm
that, if they
saying.
bite you on the thigh,
That's what
little
I'm
thigh
saying.
biting motherfuckers.
If they were coming at you to kill you,
What if they bit your cock?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
dude, yeah, 4 of them. 4 of them would
I
fuck me
think
up.
I could take realistically 10 little people.
But the thing about him is knees all day, bro.
Oh, dude,
all
knees,
day, just fucking
Your boy is-
flying knees to the. They're not
and-
even flying knees.
and it's not even hard to head kick.
no,
A head
oh my
kick
God.
would be like a body kick, and
You
as
can
hard
mow
as
them down.
you seen my kicks on the back.
Yes, that's
Dude,
very impressive.
Now, imagine,
and that was midget head height.
hey, easy with the M word.
Oh shit. I don't know. Look, I got carried away. Okay, I just reverted to old
you
programming.
might as well call them the N word.
No. Dwarves. I don't even know if I'm saying that like that's the corrective term.
No,
like,
they're
that's
little
fixing it.
people.
Little people
That
head
sounds
height.
really condescending, though.
But
oh,
there's-
look at that little person over there.
It seems like they're cute and stuff. A lot of them are really not cute at all. You ever see
Oh, now you're walking a
Now, wait,
fine line.
you ever
because
see-
I was watching little people.
You
yeah,
saw some cute ones.
There's a real smoke show on the. Personally, I don't know if I could do it, but
I think
there's
you
a
could do it.
real cutie. If back in the day,
Yeah.
if I got drunk,
Yeah.
probably.
See, the thing that would
Maybe.
fuck me up is it's like a fat child's body,
this
though. I'd be like,
wrong?
oh,
No.
no. I'd be
No,
like,
is
can you
this-
hold
is
up
this-
like your tax returns?
Is this? Are they gonna? Is anybody gonna get upset about this?
We're at the hour and 6-minute mark. I don't know. I mean, I think the people that typically listen to this show all the way to the end, they're our ride or dies. And they know that we don't mean
You know what? Let's just, if you're listening to this all the way to the end, DM us how many little people you think you could beat up.
Yeah, I would like to know that. There was something else that I wanted to ask
Or
people, but I
DM
think that
how
would be
many
good.
think I could beat up and how many Dave could beat up. That'd
Well,
be
I
pretty
mean,
fun.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, 4 if they're biting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
biting changes the game.
biting does change the game, but you could head kick him. And also it depends on what do I have. Like imagine you ever think about, because you wear steel toes at work,
Yeah.
what if you were allowed to throw kicks with steel toes?
But that's the thing. I wouldn't want to. I'd rather have like these like tiger shoes on that you gave me because they're light. And
Yeah,
could
but I
snap those leg kicks.
I think you kick somebody with a steel toe though.
I'm telling you, my shins, it doesn't even matter, bro.
You don't
Don't
think
even
so?
matter.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
even matter.
I think it's just a matter of surface area. You get hit with a shin,
The
even though it's
boot-
strong.
The boot itself
The
is so
boot is
heavy.
concentrated and small.
But it's so heavy, you
It's like
can
a
really
fucking
only
sledgehammer.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
So you can really
Yeah,
only
it is
swing
heavy.
it one time. I get a light shoe on.
Yeah.
I'm just snap, snap,
You
snap,
just push
snap.
kicking dwarves around too. That'd be
Little
kinda fun.
people.
Shit. You know what's funny? I almost said the M word.
You better not.
Sorry, well, I kind of
better
already
not.
did, but I almost said that, and I was like, dwarves. Dwarves is the way to go, but I guess not. It's little people. My most sincere apologies to.
And also, just want to apologize for bouncing around a lot. We get excited and
We do get
go off
excited.
topic, but I think that's what kind of makes the show funny.
Yeah.
I know we wanted to go down that social dilemma road, but
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't really feel like
This
talking
is what I
about it.
wanted to do. Is if you're our followers out there, I do think it's important to disconnect a little bit, unless of course you're liking and commenting on our stuff, which is just
No,
fine.
don't disconnect. I need you to plug fully in.
Yeah. Well, just allocate your time better. I want you to go 100% of the time DJVW.
Sure.
But also trim the fat. All that extra shit where you're just scrolling through
Like
your
listening
feed
to
and
Super Friends.
Super Friends. You don't need to do all that. It's a large chunk of time that you could be doing something way better, like going back and listening to old DJVW episodes.
Oh, yeah. I just want to touch on this real quick.
I did listen. I listened to the first one, and I don't know, dude. It was good. I think it was
Really?
fucking good. Yeah, I listened to the first one, and I was like, damn, we were pretty goddamn comfortable from episode 1. Like,
Yeah.
it was smooth, and it was fun, and it seemed natural, and I also saw myself with like a shaved head with a shape up, and I'm not mad at that. I might do that again. Get rid of this these
very
locks.
Conor McGregor of you.
Yeah, I got a good head for that, I suppose. So maybe I'll go back and do that. But yeah, I did want to say that the first episode,
Yeah.
it's fucking decent.
And here we are now, episode 19, and I was showing like my family like some of this stuff, like just the videos throughout, basically like
How
it's
it
a journey in
changed, yeah,
time
yeah.
through DJVW, and how like at the end now, like my father-in-law was saying, he's like, that's a real pro setup you guys got over
Yeah.
there. And a lot of it is not being complacent, and wanting to put out a better product for everybody, whether it be through the material or through what you see. And I just want to thank everybody. We're closing in on episode 20, which is kind of big. you know?
Yeah, that's 20 goddamn weeks of podcasting.
Birthed out of this dog shit Corona thing that happened. And
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys been with us on this journey, and you guys saw where we started. And we have people that have been listening since the first one, and we're just kind enough not to say anything mean. And the people that have been listening that gave us advice, I want to thank you, because honestly, without your
We took a lot of that
constructive
stuff.
criticism,
Yeah.
the show wouldn't have been as good. Okay, if you get a bunch of yes men around you and everybody's just
it's so good.
it's so good, but like, come on, really? I mean, obviously, I had to do something.
Yeah.
And we've had that.
It feels good to come, but there's something about edging where you never quite come. And that's meaningful too. Is that a good analogy?
Shut up, Dave.
God
so,
damn it.
Yeah, that's. I want to say thanks for all the
Absolutely.
constructive criticism and being with us these last 19 episodes. And we're coming up on 20, and it's a big deal for us.
It is a
man.
big deal.
And I'm glad you guys been with us on this journey. And
Can we touch cups on that? I don't
let's
have
touch
anything,
cups.
but cheers to that. You fucking piece of shit.
Rain energy.
Don't do a plug while I'm
Rain
trying to
energy.
I'm trying to have a moment here, and you're fucking plugging our biggest sponsor. It's not true. They don't
Cheers.
sponsor us. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
There's nothing in here. All right, guys.
Guys, this was episode 19 of DJVW. I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It's true.
And we're out.
Mwah, bye-bye.
See ya.
Dave
November
and Jay
20.
versus the world.
Da-da-da-da-da.